Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. As you can see, we're in Sunfall with our favourite army in the background. Last time we helped... Again, I don't like their commitment. I don't think they're into it. Last time we helped the little kid and the queen, who were being like sort of held prisoner here as they're, you know, by the bad priesty people, escape. So now, we've kind of dealt a few blows to the old Shadow Kaja Kingdom, wouldn't you say? Now we get to go back and we're on the main story mission. We get to go to the Grand Balcony, whatever the fuck that means. We're trying to find out again what Project Zero Dawn is. I didn't say Horizon that time. And I want answers, which is why I'm so gung-ho on the old main story at the moment, because I want to figure out what's happened.
Now we've lost Dita, men?
Hardly.
Is there no one left to put our
Going to
faith in?
see me.
You underestimate the ease of hiding in plain sight.
What the fuck? Climb down? Climb down where?
Balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
You mean over there? I see it. How do I get down there? Like, what? You see it over there, right? I'm not crazy. It says climb down. There is the climby rocks. Oh, you shitting me over here, you mean? Oh, I see it. Oh god, this thing. Leap. Leap, Aloy. Loop. Leap. Loop. Jesus Christ, monkey balls. No, I see drop down. There we go. No, not up. Aloy, down. We have to climb down, apparently. I don't know why, but we are.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
What the shit? Examine?
I say you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return.
Oh, delightful.
Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence.
Exactly.
I didn't ask you along for the ride.
So this basically, is this the whole thing like, yo, if you have missions, you might not be able to do them afterwards? Well, again, I've got no errands. The side quest I've got is the armory one and the you know, hunting lodge one, so I think they're safe. So I think I'm good. I did the whole, you know, save the kid thing, so I think I'm okay with that kind of carry on. We'll see, I guess. Let's not make too much noise, Aloy.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Like this one?
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Not one of these doors again.
Identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
Why didn't we try that with the first door we couldn't get in?
I underestimated you. So by now,
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
Oh, delightful.
Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Great, so our little stealth mission, not so stealthy. Aloys takes after me after all.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this
I
room?
bet this thing will tell me.
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Well, if you stop talking to me. There we go. Does he ever shut up? Another incident. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish, for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists, for example. Embryologists? What the fuck's that? And dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. I wonder what happened there. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. So some people weren't exactly happy with what they were doing down here, obviously. That's a pillar. There's one over here. We need support too. Reception staff continues to require additional support management. Zero Dawn candidates. When they arrive at the facility, many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sorts of persons we are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human, code word human, I mean big human, translators. The lang bots are not sufficient, and mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails. So that's the poor receptionist asking for more help again. So obviously they're not being listened to. Also shrooms. I like the shrooms. And open the door.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
Oh.
A smaller room.
It's like the waiting room, maybe. I would like a beverage and or snack. Please. Oh, hello, there's one.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose.
Hold on, we'll get to that. Soundproofing. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought.
Of your visit.
Oh dear. That would be... Obviously that's the room. Or is this the viewing room? There's another little... Oh, some prehistoric loot. I'd say prehistoric, but it's not really, is it? Alright. Restock or else. Jesus. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varieties, varietals, I don't think that's varieties, I'm going to lose it. Please respond, and this time no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes. Okay. Okay, so again, the admin staff seem pissed off about this place. Obviously, shoddy management. I've heard that one. I guess it's this door. The viewing room? Is that what it's called? Here we go.
What was this place?
It's a viewing room,
A
Aloy.
holographic theater.
Yeah.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Play that funky music.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them. And they are all lies.
What?
Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program. And it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. Waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
But you're gonna leave us on a cliffhanger like that?
Makes sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
What the
He said
fuck?
it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Wait, so you're gonna leave people on a cliffhanger like that? No wonder they're screaming. You son of a bitch. So they lied to everyone. What the... I was gonna say, I was thinking to myself, it was a pretty tall task they had in front of them. Being on those robots, so how... Now, that just gives me more questions.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Fuck, oh, for fuck's sake.
Nothing stopped you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it
get
moves,
this?
kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
How the hell did they get up here? That's bullshit. So where are they? Can I mark them? Oh, there's one. Smile, you son of a bitch. Got him. Where's the other ones? There's one. Well, he's big dick. He's behind a wall, though. There's one over there, too. I was exploring, sir, and you ruined it. Alright, we'll keep an eye out. If they come through that door, I can just pop them in the head. My super gun. Super gun, super bow and arrow. Alright, let's get this thing. An interview.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible, but it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
So what? So they're just rounding up like valuable people? Was that what they're doing?
That is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them.
He sounds a
Not
bit
just
Australian
people,
didgeridoo to me.
all organic matter.
Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Well, they done did fucked up. Here we go, Travis Tate.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on kind of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Get out, please. He sounds like a criminal, that dude. What the heck? Why would they want him? Alright, Brad and Dick.
Who previously worked for Pharaoh Automated
Ugh.
Systems.
On the chariot line self-replication routines.
Bastard.
I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could build themselves from memory and light. They were no limits.
Good.
God, there
We're too
were no
close to that
limits.
tribal primitive to stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
I haven't read them all yet, Silas. Stop interrupting me. Bastard, I didn't catch the end of that. God, he's an annoying loud prick. Alright. I might have missed something. Oh, yeah, there's one there. Look at that in this little tunnel. Holy vey. Alright, let's read some more shit. So they're interviewing people for the Zero Dawn project?
Let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, alright?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Medical. I want to see what's... Oh, see, this is how to get in there. What's... Sorry, I'm exploring the little crevices. Medical. This man is clearly crazy, insane, and or other. Should probably put an end to him. Oh, it's just a little tunnel. Boo, that's boring. I thought there's something better in there. It's just a little passage. Alright, so let's read some of this bullshit. Not bullshit. Silence isn't here. Ha ha ha. More interviews.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we could negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Oh dear. Next one.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Oh dear. And lucky last. Oh, it's a book. Alright, Counselor Guidelines. Candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward or calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh Plague and preservating the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, Addendum B something, B1, and unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, Agenda C1, C2, C3, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so that candidates can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to Presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus, security, and mental crisis team are data corrupted. Interesting. So they sort of... That's why they leave you on this cliffhanger. So they take candidates into this room, show them that little clip we watched, just so they can, and then that's like the first piece of piece of the story, I guess. And then they sit them down with these counselors, do little interviews, and be like, "Yo, you're not crazy about this? Like, you're not gonna go insane? You're mentally stable? Okay, yes or no? If yes, you get to go into the second point and watch the video, I assume, with Elizabeth Sobet, where she explains what the fuck actual Zero Dawn is. We know enduring victory was obviously a big fat lie.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Here we go.
Elizabeth Sobek. You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries.
Oh shit.
From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real. The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Okay, so what the fuck? They made Gaia, who... Holy shit, though. It was basically like, Gaia's gonna crack the code, the deactivation code, which could take, you know, years and years and years. Which obviously it did. And then it deactivated the robots. So the robots were done. The bad ones. And then from that, it started growing the seeds that they'd banked. And built you saw there was a picture of like a grazer and a glinthawk and like a snapmaw. So it built at least those machines, maybe the less, you know, the newer machines to like clean up the earth. And then they had like, I don't know, all these human embryo things. They basically popped up a new group of humans. Jesus Christ. Alright. I need answers. There's probably more shadow cards in here though, isn't there? I see a thing right in front of me. Yeah, so what happened to like Apollo and stuff? And what was Hades' involvement? What was its purpose? Like, it didn't actually show me on that little clip. What was Hades' involvement in all that? Interview 2. Oh, there's a second one.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what
so the interview him again.
Damaged? Well, I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Interesting, man. Make your selection. You're now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn. Classified far above top secret, as such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. Ooh. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. Number 1, participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week. Holy fuck. And your communications with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of your project, you and your immediate family of 2 persons of your choosing will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. Interesting. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You'll be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Ooh. Medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counsellor when you are ready to make your choice, or if you have any further questions. Holy shit. It's a lot to deal with, man. Counsellor Guidelines 2. Here we go. For debriefing after presentation 2. So this is after they make it through the second one, they have to interview them again. It is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional correction and without value judgment on the part of the counsellor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection, validate such objections as normal, even add moral responses. Emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality, you know, extending the air lifespans and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Morality, I don't know. Validate their hesitation, acknowledge that with the reward of Elysium is not fear, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish, and allow access to supplemental articles GO1 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this document. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period during which counsellors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasise that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent. When the procedure is scheduled to take place, no one will be euthanized against her or his will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse the decision, after which the decision data corrupted. Holy shit. Now we're getting all the story. Also, so you see, it wanted me to go down there, but while that first dude was talking, I found this place. I don't want to go down here, but let's do all the talking first. And if you do,
if you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this, but the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You grow old together with your loved ones in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized.
What?
A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Oh dear, so she was one of the people who decided not to opt in on this. Ron Fielder.
See to make sure I behave this
Make
time.
sure I didn't miss any.
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What are you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Wow. This was a little bit... Oh, hello. A little bit of a dick move. I mean, he sort of just like plucked, like abducted them, took them to this place, and like, you know, you got 3 choices. Live, die, prisoner. What the fuck is this? Yep. Stranded shackles. What the fuck is that? Special items. Mysterious item is valuable only to the most curious merchants. Huh. Alright, so I'll hang on to it then. Randy. Alright, so there was another little voice line over here. Was there not? Or not? What is this place? It's just a little room. Okay, so that was just to get those shackles. We kind of want to hear more about those stories. Was those the only 3 guys that made it past the first screening? After that, they're like, no, we're good. The other ones didn't make it, perhaps? Because there was definitely more interviews from the first part. I suppose that's natural. Okay, interesting. So we had 1 out of 3 so far that took the bait. Or took the project. That's not exactly a great hit rate, 33%. I don't know what they're aiming for, but whatever.